Kim, a real pleasure to have you on Worldwide Exchange. I know it's early, but we appreciate it. Big day today. How hard was it to get to this point? What did you hear from your clients? Are they eager to play? Were they worried about playing? What's the status?
Well, good morning, first of all, and thank you so much for having me on, Brian. It is early, but it's an exciting day, so no better day to get up early and get ready for tonight's big kickoff. As far as my clients are concerned, they are all super excited at this point. There was a little trepidation going into training camp, not really sure how things were going to be handled or administered, but I have to say the NFL and the teams have done a very good job with making the players feel safe and feeling like that they really have put their safety in terms of COVID-19 first and foremost. So at this point, they're feeling really excited.
Yeah, and I'm sure they've got some trepidation. What kinds of you can't live in the bubble like the NBA, Kim, right? It's a much larger sport, far more people. What types of safety precautions have been put in place? What were some of the sticking points behind the scenes?
Right. Well, testing was a huge priority. I know that the NFLPA and the players really wanted to have accessible testing and consistent testing, which they have done. They've implemented policies and procedures to try and ensure safety as much as possible and following federal and local guidelines. Social distancing has been a huge factor. The cafeterias have their tables all spread out. Players have certain meeting rooms with less players. And then also they are disincentivized, let's just say, from engaging in quote-unquote risky activity. So doing anything that could put themselves or their teammates at risk, they could be subject to discipline. So there's certainly, disincentivization there on just following the rules and making sure that they do everything they can to have a safe season.
All right, Kim, you've piqued my interest. What does that mean? Disincentivized to avoid from behavior? What kind of behaviors and how much money are they going to charge them if they get caught doing dumb things?
Yeah, well, it varies. So there's fines that they can incur depending on what they do. And then also, if you're found to have engaged in this risky activity and then test positive, the penalties would increase and, going all the way up to potentially, a suspension and losing guaranteed money if that does in fact happen.
So what's your expectation for what happens if one team has a major outbreak of cases to where they're not able to play for a week, Kim? How does the next week work? What happens to their schedule? Are they able to make the game up? Do they just forfeit? How does it work? That's where my head is.
Yeah, I mean, the league is definitely moving forward, as though the season will be intact. But that being said, of course, there's a contingency plan. And I think they've left some room for that type of situation where games may have to be delayed. And if you have to push back games and even going out into the Super Bowl, I think they've left themselves some cushion of time. Now, if that happens over an extended period, then I'm not sure what will end up happening. They may have to forfeit the season.